What if your body has actually been working to repair itself all along, but your daily food choices have been quietly holding it back? What if the constant fatigue, the slow healing, the lingering aches, and that mental fog that creeps in every afternoon aren't simply part of getting older? What if those signals are telling you something you can start improving with your very next meal? It might sound like a big claim. You've probably heard bold health promises before. But this isn't about selling anything. It's about understanding what current research is beginning to reveal. The connection between nutrition and stem cell activity is becoming an important area in longevity science, yet it's rarely explained in a way that's practical. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dr. Christopher Daniel Dunch, and this is the Stronger Man Lab. Here we focus on evidence-based insights and translate them into simple, actionable ideas. No exaggeration, no hype, just grounded information about how the body responds when it gets the support it needs. Today we're going to walk through specific foods and habits that research suggests may influence stem cell activity when practiced consistently over time. By the end, you'll likely start looking at food from a completely different perspective. Let's begin with the basics. Stem cells are one of the body's core repair systems. These are undifferentiated cells, meaning they haven't yet specialized. They remain ready to respond wherever the body needs support. When damage or stress occurs, whether in joints, blood vessels, or even the brain, signals are sent out and stem cells move through the bloodstream to assist with repair. What makes them unique is their flexibility. They can develop into different types of cells depending on the need, supporting tissues like muscle, nerve, or blood vessels. Here's something important to understand. The number of active stem cells declines over time. Early in life, they are relatively abundant. As the years pass, their presence and activity gradually decrease. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly across decades. Many people only notice it when recovery becomes slower, inflammation lingers longer, and energy doesn't return as easily. While aging is natural, lifestyle factors, especially nutrition, can influence how effectively these systems function. Let's talk about food choices that may support these processes. First, consider deeply pigmented greens such as spirulina, chlorella, moringa, and dark leafy vegetables like kale. These foods contain compounds linked to processes involved in stem cell production within the bone marrow. Spirulina, in particular, contains a pigment called phycocyanin. Some studies suggest it may play a role in supporting the movement of stem cells from the bone marrow into circulation, where they can be utilized by the body. Chlorella works differently. It's often studied for its role in supporting detoxification processes, particularly binding to certain environmental toxins. A healthier internal environment may allow cellular systems, including stem cells, to function more efficiently. Think of it this way. If the body's internal systems are under less stress, its repair mechanisms can operate more smoothly. Next, let's look at blueberries. These contain a compound called pterostilbene, related to resveratrol. Research suggests it may influence pathways associated with cellular health and longevity. Some studies have also explored its potential role in supporting vascular repair processes by influencing specific progenitor cells involved in maintaining blood vessel health. In addition, blueberries are rich in antioxidants, which help reduce oxidative stress, one of the factors that can impact cellular function over time. A simple habit like adding a cup of blueberries daily, fresh or frozen, can be an easy way to incorporate these compounds into your diet. Another concept worth understanding is the pattern of fasting and refeeding. Periods of not eating for around 14-16 hours may trigger a process known as autophagy. This is the body's way of clearing out damaged or inefficient cellular components. When eating résumés, especially with nutrient-dense foods, the body shifts into rebuilding mode. This natural cycle of breakdown and renewal is part of human biology. Foods like bone broth can be useful here, as they contain amino acids such as glycine and proline, which are involved in tissue repair and support of structural systems in the body. Combining structured fasting with thoughtful refeeding may help create conditions that support recovery processes. Now let's discuss omega-3 fatty acids. Cell membranes, including those of stem cells, are influenced by the types of fats we consume. Diets high in processed fats and low in omega-3s may affect how cells communicate and function. Omega-3 rich foods like fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel, provide DHA, which plays a role in maintaining cell membrane health. Some research has explored links between omega-3 intake and markers related to vascular repair. While more research is ongoing, incorporating whole food sources of omega-3s is widely considered beneficial for overall health. Green tea, particularly matcha, is another interesting addition. It contains a compound called EGCG, a polyphenol studied for its antioxidant properties. Antioxidants help protect cells from damage caused by oxidative stress, which can impact overall cellular function. Matcha offers a concentrated source of these compounds and can be included as a simple daily beverage. Black seed oil, derived from Nigella sativa, has a long history of traditional use. Its active compound, thymoquinone, has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Some research suggests it may support immune function and reduce inflammatory signals in the body. While it's not a cure or standalone solution, it can be part of a broader, balanced approach to nutrition. Vitamin D is also important to mention. It functions more like a hormone than a typical vitamin and plays a role in many biological processes. Adequate levels of vitamin D are associated with proper immune function and overall cellular health. Food sources include egg yolks, fatty fish, and organ meats like liver. Maintaining sufficient vitamin D levels through diet, sunlight, or supplementation when needed can support multiple systems in the body. Pomegranate is another food worth highlighting. It contains polyphenols that interact with gut bacteria to produce compounds called urolithins. These compounds have been studied for their role in supporting mitochondrial health, the energy centers of cells. Healthy mitochondria are essential for overall cellular performance, including cells involved in repair processes. When you put all of this together, it doesn't require a complete lifestyle overhaul. It looks more like consistent, intentional choices, starting your day with nutrient-dense foods like berries and greens, including omega-3 rich meals throughout the week, drinking antioxidant-rich beverages like matcha, incorporating traditional foods like bone broth, adding variety through whole unprocessed ingredients, and just as important, getting enough quality sleep. Deep sleep is when many repair processes are most active. Without it, even the best nutrition plan will fall short of its potential. The key takeaway is this: your body is constantly responding to the signals you give it through food, rest, and daily habits. While no single food or routine is a magic solution, consistent choices over time can influence how well your body maintains and repairs itself. If this perspective helped you see nutrition in a new light, consider engaging with the content and sharing your thoughts. Which of these habits feels most realistic for you to start with? This is the Stronger Man Lab. I'm Dr. Christopher Daniel Dunch, and I'll see you in the next one.